Welcome back to another live stream. Haven't done this for a while. I have one message in chat from a firewolf saying he is live for me. Where are the bananas in chat, peeps? Have we forgotten? Have we forgot? There they are. Pony Butts, Mobsonator, Harvey J Gaming, I Love Mycelium. Thank you for the bananas, peeps. I appreciate it. We're checking out a game that I have been waiting to play for many years. This has literally just been delayed month after month after month. Yeah, and then probably the last year or so, I've kind of gone, do you know what? I just can't be bothered to keep up with them anymore. And then finally this year it comes out. You can hear I've got a croaky voice. It's not unpleasant though, it's just croaky. Recovering from being ill, that's why I haven't streamed for a few days. Right, so I just did this message and it wasn't very very difficult, but I thought I'd try again. So this game is about riots. It's called Civil Unrest, so we're not on about, like, you know, spur of the moment mindless rioting. This is themed around sort of the people versus the system. There's no tutorial, there's not a lot of explanation on what different things do, and I played one game and I was like, I think I'm just going to stream this. So, noises in my ear, Megalixar 1, resubscribed for 31 months in a row. Buddy, I didn't realise you've been around for so long. That's crazy. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I'll be streaming later on today on Project Ozone, by the way. Non-violence is infinitely superior to violence. However, the only choice would be between cowardice and violence. So I would suggest violence, says Gandhi. That's an interesting quote. Yeah, I think the idea when you're the rioters, which I'm playing at, is to actually avoid any violence. That seems to do better for your political outcome. Wubsonator has resubscribed for 13 months in a row with Amazon Prime. Thank you for the support, man. Appreciate that. Big Merc 77 resubscribed for 10 months in a row. Peeps, if you want to hold off your resubscribes till we're doing the Minecraft stream later on, you're more than welcome to. Sally Ann 123 has resubscribed for 31 months in a row, saying, hope you're feeling better. You still sound rough. Thanks for streaming today. No problem at all. I'm happy to stream. This is just a little bonus thing we're doing right now. So I want to make you all aware the proper stream is happening later on where I'll explain what's been up to. We have to get inside. Okay, that's an objective I can work with. Well, obviously we're going to have to get all of our groups down to this area if we want to get inside. There appears to be a gap here and here. So I'm guessing what we probably want to do... Oh man, this is interesting. We can zoom in and out in this game, okay. You can't move the camera. Oh, you can. Right. WASD didn't work last time I tried. I tried moving it up and down. So we seem to have like group leaders, and you can also tell them to turn violent as well. I'm not sure. Like, we can rally the crowd up here, get them all fired up. But I think we're going to have to sort of push here and then swing around to this side. Like, we've got to divert the troops. So let's give them commands to head up here. Like so. When will you start the Minecraft streams as a firewolf? Pretty much the regular time. So it doesn't look like they're going to try and come up here. I don't know if we can break that thing. Like, I have no idea if there are breakable objects. In theory, there should be, right? We have a donation here, noise in the ear from Epic K9, saying, I got sick today. I think I got it from a video from a certain British video maker. Glad you got better and are streaming. Why does the derp counter say Dissa? Is that the first derp of the stream? Has the curse of derps ended? I sure hope it doesn't. Buddy, it's supposed to say disabled. By the way, we've got to get in there in 1 minute and 30 seconds, I've just realised. It is supposed to say disabled. Hi, this WASD stopped working again. It's supposed to say disabled, and it only displays a little bit of the text, so that's why it says Dissa. Everyone seems to be getting this illness at the moment. Right. When I click on offensive mode, nothing ever happens. I think maybe we need to order them inside now. Like, we've had enough. We're going in. Right, people are running. Oh, that's it. They're walking in, are they? Cool. I think we can call reinforcements firecrackers. Let's click on that, and from here. I mean, I don't know. Oh, okay. Firecrackers are going off. Can we social? That one. I think it calls reinforcements. Now let's go. Oh, there's a bit of a rumble going on over here. Let's make sure we keep pushing in. We just got to be in this area, right? And I think we're winning now. The better the slider is to the left, the better we are. But they are sort of holding us back a little bit. I think... Oh, hang on. Okay, Team 2 just turned offensive, which could be bad for us holding the position, because now they're running back in. Oh, no! Oh, that didn't work. Right. So now that there's violence, people are scared to stay in the area and they start moving back. Oh, but look at this down here. Quick, right, let's select the team and move in at the bottom. I don't think we did that. I don't think we did that very well. This is an anti-Brexit protest, says Paranor. Supposedly, lots of the protests are based around real ones that are happening around the world. And I think the game was designed to try and keep up with current events and stuff as well. Tuxedo Cat says, haha, what a crazy game. And Ponybutt says, so this is a bonus stream before the usual stream. Gotcha. Yeah, I just figured I would stream this rather than sit here in silence and play it. Let's retry. Oh, look, here you go. So, political result, minus 94 for them. But the military result was good. And then it shows you amounts of violence. So once we were violent, the police got violent, and that changed the dynamics. Let's retry. I think what we should do is not use the violence thing. It seems to not activate straight away. We should sort of wait it out and maybe try and push in there at the last minute. Or maybe even hold back and see what the police do, you know. Anyway, James Drew 27 has resubscribed for 20 months in a row. Thank you for the wonderful support, buddy. Appreciate that ever so much. H Stecky Elf has resubscribed for 6 months in a row, saying just call me Stecky. Half a year, and I love watching your streams. X, glad to hear you are starting to feel better. Appreciate it. Thank you again. Thank you for watching all this time. I will tell you more about like being ill and stuff like that in the later stream today. For now, we're going to focus on this game, which I've literally been waiting years to play. So I've split them up into 2 groups. We're going to hang back a little bit and see what the police do. I mean, I could sort of get them to walk away. What happens if we tell 2 of the groups to sort of go back here and we leave a few lingering around at the front? Let's see what the police do. Kind of looks like they're going to do nothing but stand there, right? So we've just got to get into the area. We've got 2 minutes to get in there. We can call for reinforcements. We can use firecrackers. Right, it didn't seem like that was very good. Temporarily reduces smoke grenade effects. So if we have a smoke grenade, we use this against it. So perhaps before we make our move, we boost morality as well. Tammy Milk has resubscribed for 7 months in a row, saying I have to work, but I decided just to pass by to wish you a great stream. Have fun. Thank you, Tammy. Appreciate it. I'll be streaming later if that works for you. This is just a little bonus stream. Hurricane says my Discord for the X server is gone. Ah, okay. Twitch subs. I've got to remind you all in the next stream. Go resync your settings. Go into Discord. Go into user settings and refresh your Twitch subscriptions. The server has moved to a new server and you have to rejoin. Right, we're just going to order everyone in now. We're going to call for backup as well. Here comes backup. And now there's a massive push. And now we're going to boost the morale. Yes, and we're getting inside. Okay, so it looks like they've sort of blocked us at the top. So we'll try and sneak in around the bottom here. Didn't I start off with like 2 groups on either side? And I've just gone and sent them all in the middle. So I think we need to like get them here first. Oh man, no, they're totally keeping us out at the moment. Come on, let's keep persisting. Right, maybe another boost to morale. That's right, push in there, push. I don't know if I need to keep like redoing their orders to get them to go in. There is so much free space down the bottom here. Like, I want them to go down, but I also want to order them in. Okay, so now we've got some bigger group at the bottom. Maybe it's time to use some firecrackers? Oh, this just feels... Oh, wait. Did they just get violent? Hang on. Everyone just got violent. Right, we'll get violent too. Firecrackers go in. I just don't know what I'm doing, really. No, not good enough. Not good enough. Hey X and chat, I discovered a cool client-side mod on Minecraft. You can use Twitch chat in the game, says Fedora Friday. I've seen that one before. I'm not sure I'd want to use that. I like having my chat on the other screen. It might be more helpful, I don't know. So, we failed miserably. Let's now go play as the police. Maybe that'll help us learn more about this game. But like I said, no tutorial. The wiki is very limited. This is all you get. Clicking up here doesn't change anything. There's... Oh, well. I didn't try to scroll. Oh, goodness me. I could have... If I'd have known about this, I would have sat here reading this and I wouldn't have streamed. The reason that I streamed is because it was like, oh, well, you've got to figure this out for yourself. What kind of information is it going to give us? Rebel destroy, property damage. General info, Riot of flags. This is something I've seen. Flags keep the rebels united and boost their morale. More flags means stronger rebel force. Be careful though, increasing the number of flags reduces the overall number of protesters. I've seen that. So a more together crowd, but a smaller crowd. Morale, police skills, police formations, police weapons, rebel items. It's a lot of stuff. So violent mode. Switch to violent mode. The select group will become aggressive but be harder to control. Hold position. Some of these are self-explanatory. I feel like what you're reading here doesn't really tell you how it relates to playing the game. Maybe we should actually just continue playing. Let's go to a new area. So we've got to... It says police advance on both. Okay, well, I don't know. I Live Cat says, where is nobody right now? Hey X and chat, I discovered a cool... Oh wait, I just read that one a minute ago. Hey X, I just hit 200 subs in my channel. No, it's not much, but it's still a big deal for me. Do you remember when you hit your first 100 or 1,000? Absolutely, I do, yeah. Of course it's a big deal. I mean, those milestones are the best when you get going. Congratulations, by the way. For several years, the Greek government has planned to build a huge something. I missed that bit. On December 2010, the Mat police forces were sent directly to invade the Keratia and the surrounding towns. The population takes this as an explicit war declaration and acts accordingly. There's a statement in the beginning of this game that says that they've tried to be unbiased on all of the things this game is based on, and I clicked, and there's a couple of times I've done that. You click to advance and it advances the next thing. Stream timer isn't there, says Andy and E. I disabled it just because I was doing a quick bonus stream and I couldn't be bothered to set that thing up. So I can edit what I bring with me by the looks of it. I get to bring 6 different groups, and I can change... Can I change the type? Type tactical, no. Defense medium, light, and then there's a cost, right. Gas mask 2. Item, Regroups police, boosting attention and discipline. Let's bring a smoke bomb with us. That's the only thing we'll change. That group's now got a smoke bomb. What about this group? Do you have other items? Nope, just the same 3 once again. Let's bring one of those. Yeah, I'm not going to mess around with this too much. So maybe you get bonus points for doing it with a smaller budget. I don't know. Let's see. MNLDB. Resubscribe for 12 months in a row. That's 1 year. Goldie Face in chat. Thank you for the wonderful support. This year went fast. It sure did, didn't it, buddy? They always do. I appreciate the support, man. And also, Sniper1974 is here. Resubscribe for 20 months in a row. Incredible stuff. Thank you so much for the support, people. It says, press any key to start. Assault units can fake a charge to scare the opponent without harming it or charge it directly to cause plenty of damage. Okay, fake a charge. You don't do any damage, right? Oh, I'm terrible at reading when I'm streaming because I'm thinking about what I'm saying, and then the reading part doesn't actually go into my head properly. Leah, welcome to the stream. Did someone say mosh pit? Says Leah. This is alright. This is serious business right here. These little animations in between when you're doing the more like storyline stuff is really cool. It's pixel art, isn't it, basically? Alright, so we're the police now. So we have... Ooh, Tetsu mode. Units will be slower but more resistant to physical attacks. I don't know what's our objective. Policemen... Oh, we've got to reach... Right, we've got to push everyone back then. So, one thing I can't do is select my groups with hotkeys, which was really disappointing. I believe we can even move the vans. We can run a van through the crowd. Goodness me. Okay, so you're back here. You drop back because you're kind of battered. And you've got to learn the icons, don't you? Because you've got assault groups here. Why are we moving back? I'm giving you orders to move forwards, and not much is happening. Let's try and spread out and... Can't go. Why would they not stick together and go forward? Maybe it has something to do with these ones, like they need to be out in front. Okay, so they're moving back again. Maybe if we use this thing. Rioters are winning the battle. Right, so I'm clicking to go this way. Are we going that way now? Why are you all the way over there? It's not a good place to be right now. Right, we're just going to advance with all sorts of units here. Right, they're throwing stuff at my people. Why are you throwing stuff at my peeps? They're just here. They're just here to calm the situation. Calm down, people. Right, now you are still charging forward. Okay, give them some support. Back them up. Back them up. That's better. Everyone's moving into position now. Nice. So you don't have total control. It's very organic. I wonder if we can now... Oh, no. Just forward a little bit. There we go, there we go. So, we've got to reach a target. This is the edge. I can't seem to go any further in that direction. Arrow formation. Oh, goodness me, this game's got a lot to it, doesn't it? Line formation. Okay, now they're running over there! Jeez, come on, guys. Don't run away. Right, yeah, there's the arrow formation. I wonder if there's, like, I'm right-clicking. I wonder if left-clicking does something. I don't think the line... I think the one we were just doing wasn't very good. Look at these guys throwing stuff. Stop throwing things. Jeez, that's naughty. Okay, hang on. No, we're retreating up the top again. I'm just going to go aggressive now and just say, look, everyone get in there and, you know, push them back. Because for some reason you keep running away. Oh, goodness me, this might have been bad. This might have been bad. Switch strategy. Okay, well, defensive, offensive, I'm not sure. So maybe now we're offensive and now they'll start to move forward. Okay, this is promising. We're moving forward now. Okay, and I want to get the trucks forward as well. No, not that one. Jeez, no, don't run them over. Goodness me. Never sure which one I'm selecting. Okay, we kind of look weak down the bottom here. I feel like we should pull back to the centre. I don't know where our objective is either. Do we have smoke grenades? Let's throw a smoke bomb in the middle of the crowd. I have no idea what the effect of this is. We can also charge the crowd to... Oh, we were unable to reach. Okay. 2K18 of Doom says, mow them down. I think you're supposed to avoid violence. So let's retry. I think your dudes are afraid of the fire, says Mel Persicon. Seems they're afraid of something. A functioning police state needs no police. Interesting. I should go make some toast, says Epic K9. Can make it on that fire. Right, let's click through this. So, I think what we'll do is change our strategy from the get-go and see if that has them moving forward. Switch strategy, so we should be offensive. Okay, yeah, it looks like we're going to be offensive. Now, if I just start to move everyone forward together. And are we all going to go together? Is that a thing we're going to do? Or are we going to run away? It looks like by clicking forward they've decided they want to run back. I don't understand. Are you on defensive or offensive? I think... Hang on a second, you've got to hold it down. Right. And is that for all units? No. Right, we're learning by... You see, there's some poor game design here. I was not aware that's how this works. So everyone's on offensive. It looks like some of our troops are up the front there. Okay, and then let's get everyone to move forward now. Nope, even when we're offensive, we're still running backwards. So again, we're going to go offensive. Over here, we're going to go offensive there. Apparently that one didn't work. The morale is low, the red bar. The red bar, that's morale, is it? Morale 29%. You're right, yeah, their morale is low, so that's why they run back. So we've got to manage their morale. How do we get their morale up? Let's just throw a stun grenade. Oh, whatever, I don't know how to control a crowd. Oh, that moved them back. Right, now are we going to advance? Can we do a charge thing? Where did we learn the charge? Let's go into skirmish. I'm going to cough. Okay, so my ability to control my own forces in this game is you know, non-existent. It's rubbish. They're saying we're a lost cause online. Well, that's because, I don't know, I click go forward and they run away. Okay, charge. There it is. There's the ability. Let's get everyone charging. Let's just do something already. Charge. Charge. Do I have to hold it down? No, I think I just click it. Oh, right, like that. So I need to click the charge thing. The sound engine's struggling a little bit. Stun grenade. Not a clue. I Love Cat says, looks like this game is a little bit buggy. I don't think it's buggy. I think when you do game design, it's easy to know how to play and then not realise what it's like for someone who doesn't know how to play. Because there's no tutorial. I really don't have a clue, you know, what issuing instructions means. It's more difficult for police here. Also, the interface, you know, hasn't been explained. Like I said, no tutorial. Yeah, so far this is pretty disappointing. I mean, the game looks lovely. It's about something I'm interested in. I've been waiting for it for years, but these controls are, you know, without a tutorial, it's pretty rough. So they win again. Let's do the same thing, but we'll be them. I Love Cats is here for donations, saying meow, 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 meow. And now, when my poem is done, how are you, X? How's life? Life's all right. I've had a lot of rest and what I would call wasted time recently, thanks to being ill. But I'm not going to moan about that or anything. Like, I'll moan about it later. I feel like my Minecraft stream is the mainstream, you know. It's in the mainstream, jeez. Sid Hantstark wants to know what this game is. I will explain. Oh, Martin Luther King, let's read this one. The greatest tragedy of social transition is not the strident clamour of the bad people, but the appalling silence of the good people. Yeah, there's another quote a little bit shorter than that. Did I click on retry? I've got a feeling I clicked retry. Is it something like evil triumphs when good men do nothing? Okay, right, let's click escape. Do we have an escape menu? Pressing escape is not a thing in this game. Fascinating. Oh, it is now, it is now. Let's go to the main menu. Oh, there was a little screen there called instructions. I've not seen that before, so that might be. We've got other things to check out here as well, so let's go do that again from the other perspective. Oh, Badass Andy Kills You says you're better now. I am. My voice gets a little bit tired, though. It's been very slow recovering. Magnum Indy says this game looks like it's from the 1980s. I would say it's more like early 90s MS-DOS, but The thing is with these games that nostalgically recreate things is they use particular effects that are beyond the technology of that era. Right, we've got a lot of stuff available to us. We're going to go with few flags apparently, which means a larger crowd. Anyway, let's click ready. So if you look at the amount of pixels, like individual things, sprites on the screen, like DOS games couldn't do that. Not back then. There's also actually a lot more colours than you would have seen back on 486 computers, which is when you had something called MS-DOS. So if you just look at the amount of colours on the screen, there's a lot more than those games would have had back then. But the sort of resolution and the pixel scale, very, very much MS-DOS sort of era. Epic K9 says, my toast is done toasting, time to put peanut butter on it. I very much approve, my friend. I very much approve. 486, 100 megahertz, says Father Talk, 1982. Exactly. Right, so now we know we've played this from the opposite side, so we just got to hold them back, which should be relatively easy. Now, when we play as this lot, it's pretty simple. We just sort of guide the crowd, and they generally kind of move in their own way through there. So we've sort of created a bit of a 1, 2, 3. So I could never get the police to move like that. Let's move our second crowd down a little bit, as well as our first. Let's order a bit of a morale boost because we're clashing a little bit. That's right. That's right. Back away, policemen. Back away. We've got Molotovs. Oh, goodness me. But we're peaceful, so we can't use it yet. Oh, apparently we can use laser pens. Okay. There's laser pen the policeman. Jeez. Not very nice. Oh, I couldn't get my policemen to do this. They didn't want to have none of it, did they? Do we have a group that can call some backup on social media? Let's start cheering again. Right, and I think our group at the top will push down a little bit like this. Just put some pressure on these lot down here. They don't want to get flanked, do they? Or maybe let's try and flank them. Let's see what that does to the police. Police are sort of encircled now, aren't they? And that scatters the crowd a little bit. So let's push our group 3 back. They are kind of getting like, oh, strange. Hang on, isn't there a skill to deal with those smoke crowds? They're getting really close to where they wanted to go, actually. I've just realised. So let's try and move everyone back down to that corner, and that bottom crowd will try and push out. This is nuts. Here's another thing. Like, clearly I'm losing at the moment, right? Like, there's no doubt about it. I can't seem to get through laser pens again. Boost the crowd. I can't seem to get through here at all. How? I wonder how you would control the police like that. Just reading chat, lots of people aren't really talking about this game. For those of you that are interested in the game, watching it, thinking what's it about or whatever, look, they've got down there. I think they're capturing someone. So maybe they've got to get that person back as well. What do you think? How does this game look? I know it's someone else playing it, but I've got to say, like, you know, I really just don't get what's going on in terms of you know, go over there, go over here, but don't really know what's going to happen at the moment. Yeah, so you don't have a switch group. Ah, that's good to know. Move camera, so that's right, and select item over here. Okay, so the Q and E are good buttons to know, I guess. Right, so the police done what they did there. Felt totally powerless that time. I think I changed the difficulty a while back as well, because when I played too easy, it was like nothing was happening. So let's go to the menu and check in. Songbird says, are you having fun with it, X? I think that depends on if I'm going to learn anything, because at the moment, you know, it doesn't really feel like... Ah, there it is. I just saw it. So right, so I changed from too easy to challenging. Lawless, too easy. Okay, so now let's go play the same level on too easy. Athelion is here, resubscribing for 32 months in a row, saying, hey X, welcome back and enjoy wrecking policemen. Brilliant stuff. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I've always been interested in this stuff. Riots and crowd control and these sort of things that happen around the globe. And a game about it I thought would be interesting, especially trying to control the dynamics of crowds, but so far I just feel utterly helpless. Now, when you change difficulty, when you don't know how to play a game, it's obviously going to be, you know, it's going to favour you more than anything, making it easier, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to understand what's going on. So I'm going to guess this time, when I move my crowds forwards, we're going to have a better time. I'm pressing the wrong keys. Oh, Q and E doesn't cycle between the different teams. Well, that's disappointing, isn't it? What we should do is actually leave one team back, because they're trying to get down there and get an objective, aren't they? Hi, let's go. So WASD currently isn't working. If I click on a different group, will that help? Oh, WASD doesn't work now. Wonder why? Don't know. Wasn't told. Right, so they're all here messing around with us. Let's laser pen them. Alright? Get laser pens, you know? This lot, no you don't. We're going to throw laser pens at you. Let's make some noises. Feel like we need the other crowd to come back us up a little bit. Yeah, they're trying to flank us. Let's move up that way a little bit. How long does X stream for, says Retipe? I'll be streaming until the hour, or probably just before the hour. That'll be about it. So, it looks like we'll probably hold them off for another 2 minutes. I don't know if I should go into offensive mode, really. Let's see if we can... Let's just do it. I mean, this is... Yeah, we've got to try stuff, haven't we? Right, we've just gone into offensive mode. That's pushed them back. Charge, peeps, charge. Molotovs. In we go. Rocks at the front line. Don't Molotov your own people. Jeez, that guy's on fire. Oh, goodness me. Oh, that was a poor Molotov throw. Slingshot. Slingshot some fools. Let's throw another Molotov. This time, throw it further back. I'm being a bit naughty now, aren't I? Encouraging Molotovs. It's not what I planned on doing today, peeps. I didn't think I'd be throwing Molotovs today. Here we go. Okay, you almost got on fire. I'm not a good aim, am I? Let's turn the entire crowd angry. This isn't really working too well. Hi. Right, Molotov them. Oof. Throw rocks. Yeah, I don't know. We're getting pushed right back now. Can we boost the morale? Oh wow, this ain't working. Look, our entire crowd's being dispersed, and that's where they want to get to. Such a violent game, says Anita. Yeah, pixel violence. I mean, it's the subject matter that's the violence, really. It's not like this game's gory, I guess. Yeah, I'm not feeling a lot of feedback on my input or my controls. Does that make sense? Like, I don't feel like anything that I'm going to do is going to have a predictable result. Like, if you take FIFA, for example, you learn how to pass between your players, and then you understand that if you press the button too hard, or your aim is a little bit off, or maybe you're trying to make a stretched pass, there's a couple of players in the way, like, yeah, your pass might not go to your player. But there's none of that on this. Like, it's just like, oh, wander in that direction. Okay, the crowd's bopping around. Black Tuesday. Cool. So the campaign isn't teaching us much. Let's go do a custom. I mean, versus is probably like set up a scenario, or maybe play against someone. Yeah, it's play with someone else. There's no one else here to play with, peeps. I'm all alone. Textbook says, what's the goal of this game? Well, in each scenario, you're either play as the rioters or the police. Did I click on the same thing again? And your objective would be to... Depends... Well, actually, the objective is part of the level, right? So you've got to complete the objective of the level, like defend a point or get into a location. Let's go custom. Custom mode, spectator mode. Right, so I'm joining with keyboard and mouse. We're going to play as the rebels. We are... Nope. Press start to join. Apparently clicking on there is start. These look like levels that I've unlocked and ones that I haven't played. So let's pick one that I haven't played. So this is the campaign, right? We did these 2 levels. We unlocked the second ones. Time available 5. I don't know really. Oh, I see. We're setting up what we do in the game. Resist. Lead the crowd. Police advance. Property damage. Oh! That sounds interesting. Arrest. Direct clash. There's quite a few here, isn't there? Let's do property damage. Oh, goodness me. Peeps, I'll tell you something. When you see or read about rioters in newspaper and damage to property, be very skeptical of how a crowd is trying to be represented by the actions of individuals. I remember The Sun years ago published some sort of, I think it was around Occupy Wall Street and all of that movement, Occupy London, and there was a picture of rioters smashing in windows, all dressed in black. They'd come with like axes and stuff. Problem with the picture for me was, and I noticed this, it was on the front page of The Sun, is the 2 rioters were standing there with, you know, their axes smashing the windows, and all around them, the only other people you could really see were a circle of press photographing them, and behind them were 2 bobbies who weren't doing anything. They were just sort of standing watching. And it was highly suspicious, that image, that, oh, so all of the media with their cameras got into that position, you know. They just happened to find 2 of them off on their own, did they? It was a very suspect image. Am I the police? I specifically remember selecting to not be the police. Do you remember when we did that? Do you remember when it went police and I went, no, I want to be the rebels? I remember that. I remember it very clearly. We're trying to cause some damage to property here, peeps. Oh, am I? Wait a minute. So this is Riot's setup, right? So I could give them like, if I go in here, members. Like, I could give them a lot of members. We could probably give us a lot of members. So let's give them a, yeah, like 30 in that group. Can we, if we go here, 380 for, so it goes down. Defense gear, basic, cautious. We're going to come agitated. Several flags. 6 leaders. Single horde. I don't know. Descara says Antifa / Black Lives Matter simulator, right? I feel like you're trying to make a... trying to lump those groups into some sort of idea of what you think they're about there. Those who make peaceful revolutions impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. Interesting quote. Yeah, when it comes to politics, I'm really not a fan of like opinion sharing. That's like, oh, you know, the problem with those people is like, you know, if there's a subject to be talked about, let's talk about it, and let's not make it about making out that certain groups are this or that. Right, so the objective was property damage. Like, I expected to see a lot of windows, to be fair. Not seeing a lot. I mean, let's go into offensive mode. I mean, I don't know what else to do, really, if we've got a damaged property. Couple of them in effect. Yeah, this is just, I don't know what's going on, really, do I? We need to start fighting back, someone says down the bottom. Let's do it then. Descara says peaceful revolution. I guess you missed all the violent riots they triggered. Bah. Again, like, you know, you're making it about, oh, you don't know what's really going on. Like, pff, you're the one starting the discussion, mate. Right, let's try and turn more of these groups angry. Assumer, but you do that all the time. X says Babul the Great. If you like to the many things I've just said, include it in your message to me if ever you want to talk about these subjects we talk about. Otherwise, I'm not particularly sure what point you were talking about. So here we go. Yawns has got an anti-Black Lives Matter message. I don't really want to get into it. Like, I haven't had the time in my day to go and try and perform some form of unbiased research into various groups that seem to have good causes on the surface, depending on where you hear about them, you know. Yeah, this is just social. Let's do the social thing. Is that per group? Megaphone. I wasn't that again. So police are winning political favour. Property damage. Like how do I instruct any like break this box? Break this box right now, all of you. Let's go break the box. Property damage. I don't know. And it seems like the game has a memory leak. Before I close it and have to reboot it, let's go see. Oh no, that shouldn't be causing a problem. I think it's Firefox. I'm going to close some Firefox windows, people, and hopefully that will. Oh, there is a leaky tab in Firefox. It's a tab that likes to fill up lots of memory. So if I cancel, it should be okay. Yeah, I just closed a window that had 700 megabytes of memory. There's not much else I could actually close on my computer, so hopefully that will hold up for more of the stream. Anyway, we're back. And Ash says, my problem with Black Lives Matter is that all lives matter. Yeah, that's kind of the point of saying Black Lives Matter to me. I heard a really good analogy once, which is like, imagine that you're sitting at a table, right? And, you know, we've got the different hermitcraft groups there, right? We've got the Assumers, we've got the Hypnos and the Biffers, and everyone's got food except for us Assumers. We're sitting there and we're going, wait a minute, Assumers' food matters. We want food too. And then everyone turns back to you and goes, no, 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 all food matters. And then they continue eating their food, and then you sit there with none. Like, you know? It's not to say, hey, we matter more than anyone else. It's to say, hey, we matter and we've been left out. I believe that is the intention of the name of the group. This is just, I just do not know what is going on. Let's go back to the main menu. You can of course tell me, oh no, you're entirely wrong. It means something different. It's just how I interpret the name. Like I said, I ain't done much research into any of that stuff at all. So let's go to the story. This first one that we did, we completed the first level, and then we did this, I think, initially on the harder difficulty, and yeah. Randy Nicole says, I remember when MLK marched on both Savannah and Washington. It was for a real cause, not to see how much chaos they can generate. Randy, I would say that history favours those who write it. I'm sure at the time that those things were happening. MLK, and I kind of know this because I've learned a lot about the 60s. They weren't at the time being treated like, oh, they're marching for a cause, they're doing something valuable. There was, you know, a large amount of information going around saying something different, that they were, you know, disrupting and causing chaos and problems. And the future might reflect on this era differently and say, oh, you know, they did something good. Okay? Like, I'm not trying to get in there and go, this group and what they're doing, because I don't know a lot about it, but I do know through watching lots of documentaries about eras like the 60s with MLK and all of the sort of upheaval in America at those times, that it's like history and the present are two very different things. When MLK was fighting for what he fought for, he wasn't the person we now revere him as in, you know, from the historical lens. He was a troublemaker, and problem causer of sorts. You know, there's horrible names that would have been used at those times. Right, they're in. Let's get in. Let's stay in. Let's go in there. We come here to have a party. Everyone in, quick. Call your friends on the social media. Right. Now we've got to maintain this position, so we've got to go deep, I think, to maintain. And oh look, there's little bursts of people coming through. We rushed them. We rushed them in. Come on now, let's get a morale. More social then. Let's get a morale boost as well. Come on, everyone together. Stay in this area. Get up here. This is our goal. Why aren't they coming through faster? Feels like when I click a lot, they come through. We just got to get all the hands in there, I think. Right, so we did it. We did that very fast because we're on easy. So now we understand a little bit about that level, but it's still just click and point. Ultimate Badass Andy Kills You says, when MLK marched it was peaceful and they never did riots like today. I again don't really know the full extent of that, but I know that at the time that MLK marched, they were not portrayed as peaceful marches. Again, the lens of history. I've watched documentaries about how, you know, what happened in the era, and quite a lot of them, and you'll watch ones where it's like, oh, it's all about, you know, peaceful protests, they didn't fight back, and you'll find other ones that will go into how people portrayed what were happening, like newspaper headlines from the time and things being broadcasted on TV that portrayed it all very differently. It's the historical lens, you know. It's the historical lens. Got to think of it. Right. Anyway, I guess a few people here are. What's with this heavy topic, says Perp Crown. It's kind of hard to avoid when you're playing a game like this, right? Like, I mean, this in itself is a heavy topic. I believe I might have missed a resubscribe. Oh, sorry, a new subscriber, Magnum Indie. If you're still here and I missed your subscription, I apologise now. Spaghettied Bear says, or is it Sergeant Teddy Bear Spaghettied? How did P get in there? If you ask me, all this cultural tension is brought upon us on purpose. Government wants its people divided and distracted. Yeah, I very much feel that there are people in society with the power to influence divides that would generally benefit from people being divided, which is why, if you've listened to what I've said, talking to some people about how they've got these big negative ideas about groups and they want to you know, talk about it in a particular way that reinforces the divide. That attitude, how people talk to each other online, I really want to avoid talking like that when we talk about these subjects. I don't know what I started saying then. I don't know what I started saying. Press Bill Clinton says, to be honest, these topics need to be spoken about much more. The whole idea that religion and politics are taboo in conversation is asinine. Yeah, I sort of agree. I don't ever think there's like a time and place to say you can't say this about that. Like, I really don't like it when I've discussed these things on Twitter, for example, in the past, and someone who thinks that you're going to agree with them is called to talk to you about something. Then they realise, oh wait a minute, you actually don't think the same way I do, and then they say, you know, oh, get out of our politics. You know, you're from Britain, stay with British politics or whatever. And it's like a shutdown, right? I think you should always be able to talk about this stuff if you want to. I choose intentionally not to talk about it in my regular streams just because I found it to be, I don't even know what the objectives. You must hold the position. Oh, this stretch here, right? We've got to hold the stretch. So this back group would probably be better served falling in there. Is that a group of? Are those police with shields right there? I think. Oh, this I can't get it not to focus on a group now. Can I unselect, and then I can use the camera? Okay, so you've got to unselect to use the camera. That's weird. Yeah, they've kind of moved two groups in here. Let's throw some firecrackers in the groups. Picture camera. What's this? No idea. I recommend reading on George Soros what was said about just trying to start social controversy is exactly right. I do not know who George Soros is, and unfortunately, by the time I have a chance to research something today, I'll have forgotten that name. Get out of our politics. You're from GB, says Eileen Graham. Yeah. Now just think, whenever you hear something like that, it's always when you're opposing someone. If someone comes along and goes, yeah, I really agree with you, no one ever goes, shut up, you're from Great Britain, what do you know? So that's like a false logic to me. Let's throw firecrackers in the group. I am massively disappointed with this game. I believe it has potential, or I could enjoy it, but without a tutorial and a real sense of knowing what's going on and having an actual feedback of like, oh, I chose to do this and now it's gone this way for me. I am sorely disappointed with this. Now, I say I'm disappointed, I'm very aware that after watching something being developed over many years, you fill in the gaps, you start to think, oh, this game will be like this game will be like that, this is what I wanted. I never really thought too much about, oh, this camera thing just won't go away. Never thought too much about escape won't get rid of it. Great, that might actually be a bug. I never thought too much like, oh, I want this game to be the perfect Riot simulator that does this, that and the other. It's just a case of, you know, I was like the look of the game, was going to accept if it weren't what I wanted, and unfortunately it's not that I wanted, I just getting no sense of that is a really irritating thing. Can I get that to go away? Ah, there it goes. Yeah, just really not getting a sense of understanding what I'm doing or what the consequence of my actions are. By the way, peeps, things on my computer are crashing. Chat just crashed, I don't know why. The entire Firefox just crashed. Steam labels just crashed. OBS might be next. I believe you can even see that it's crashed on the screen down there. Let's see if I can get this to reload, at least my chat, while I say goodbye. Yeah, I'll just wrap it up here then. This has unfortunately been a disappointing experience, I guess. But if you've enjoyed your time hanging out with me, then it's been good for something, right? And we'll be back later in the day with a proper stream. So, going to wrap it up here. Thanks, people. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye.